Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know what time it is? Beer 30. Hello. Some good old cheapo Frio beer, 2.86 carbs, 4% alcohol, 92 calories per beer. But that's not why we're here to talk about. We're going to talk about some things that, well, anyway, it's Friday evening. Okay, some of you guys just getting home from work maybe. Some of you have been at home retired for a while and you're wondering if there's anything to watch on the tube. Well, now you can watch old Rusty. But having said that, yeah, I alluded to the fact that probably there's a change coming, and there definitely is. In fact, it's coming real soon. And how soon? I don't know. I don't like to travel on the weekends, but I don't think it's that soon. Anyway, got a few things I need to check out and do. But I have a good setup for camping with the Class C and having a tow vehicle. So why not take advantage of it? I don't know. So we're probably going to do that. But you know, it occurred to me that I've got several choices to make, and I have to make one. Okay, I have to choose. And here's something else. If I choose a direction and go, it doesn't mean I'm locked in. It just means I chose a direction and went that way, and it either worked out wonderfully or it didn't. And then I changed and did something else. I guess you'd call it a ping pong ball life, but it works for me. And but here's one choice is to sit here in this RV park and do nothing. No more traveling, just shut her down. I thought about that, almost did it. Thank goodness I didn't. And the other option was to build a cabin and live there and not travel. And I ain't even got a builder to call me back. So that's the end of that. Calculatus, eliminatus. If you want to find out where something is, find out where it ain't. Okay? So it ain't there and it ain't here. I could do a blend here, stay here at the RV park a few months a year and travel a few months a year. But that's kind of silly waste of money. I figured it up. My program for traveling is typically 3 or 4 months in the summer in New Mexico or somewhere where it's cooler. And I know you hear the air conditioner going, but there's nothing you can do about that. They're just loud in RVs. But anyway, so 3 or 4 months spent in New Mexico in the summer when it's hot in Texas, and then a month or two down around Roma, Texas, Lake Falcon Lake State Park there. So you're looking at 5 or 6 months a year. I'm not here anyway, or won't be. So it'd be a little bit silly to be throwing away 6 months rent and not using it, so to speak. So I'm looking at that option. It's just traveling and going out to New Mexico for 3 or 4 months here soon. And where am I going to stay out there? I'm not sure. I've got the option of staying on my old lot in Capitan, kind of a in-town boondocking setup if I can do it, and the city doesn't run me off. And then the other option is going over to Valley of the Fires, going over to the Rob Jagger's BLM site, which won't be open until mid-June anyway. Or there's a couple of RV parks in Capitan that aren't too pricey. So there's a lot of options there on that traveling part. But you just at some point you have to choose a direction and go. I mean, doing nothing is always an option. And excuse me, couldn't you hear that? Oh, hold on 1 minute. This is the glass guy. Hello?
Yeah, this is Lance.
Yeah, Lance.
I'm still in San Antonio, so I ain't going to be able to make it over there today.
Okay.
Are you going to be around tomorrow morning?
Well, if you can tell me about what time I can plan to be here, yes.
Should be somewhere around 9:30 or so.
That's fine. Come on by.
Okay, I'll do it.
See you then.
Tomorrow.
You bet.
Yep. Bye.
That's the guy on the windshield on the Class C motorhome. He replaced the windshield, and it's got a little wind leak, and you hear it when it's driving down the highway. Thank goodness I took that little 2-day trip over to Inks Lake to kind of check things out, because had I not done that, I would have left here going to New Mexico for about 3 or 4 months, and I'd have had to listen to that for 3 or 4 months. Wouldn't have been very much fun. So this way I get it fixed tomorrow and we're good to go. It's just, I don't know, a little wind noise when you get up to about 50 miles an hour. Enough said about that. That's not what I want to talk about. But that's just, you know, that's just part of life. So, yeah, and there's even more options traveling on the road. You know, there's a nice little RV park or two in Silver City, New Mexico. There's one downtown. I think it's called the City RV Park or something. And then there's one out away from town a little bit called Manzano's. And you know, they're not too pricey, and they're pretty nice. I've been to one of them, the downtown one, before. It's okay. And so there's always that option. And then, you know, but I'm not real fond of RV parks. They're okay. You know, they are what they are. They're RV parks. This just happens to be a very nice one, or a good one. Got a great view and all that stuff. But you know, it's still what it is. And you know, you feel a little freer actually at BLM places and you know, some state parks, some national parks. You just feel a little, I don't know, you feel a little, I don't know, more relaxed, I guess. I don't know, you just feel good. I do anyway. So also I got me a pizza for supper. I'll show it, well, maybe I can show it to you. Let's see if I can. It's a good old big one, or a big old good one. Let's see if I can show it to you. I don't know if you can see this or not. We'll assume that you can see that delicious pizza. But what I do, I actually eat 1/2 of one slice per serving in the evenings. You know, that's an evening snack, and it just I cut one slice in half, heat it up and eat it, and then save the other half for a day or two later, and I'll have it with a glass of wine, and that's it. And so that lasts, you got 16 nights if I ate it every night, but I don't. I eat it about, that'll last, 6 weeks about, but anyway, that doesn't have anything to do with RVing, but it, well, it does in a way, because I'm getting stuff together to go. And yeah, I've already gotten, you know, some things. I got rid of some stuff outside that I'm not planning on taking with me. And my old rocking chair, the one I've had for a while, the plastic one, the hail knocked some holes in it, so I put it in the trash can. Fortunately, it was big enough to hold it. And got to wash clothes and do things to get all geared up. But I don't like to travel on weekends all that much, particularly, you know, Sunday's always a good day. But if you have a mechanical issue, even the Good Sam people and, you know, the Geico roadside service, you know, they're going to have some issues finding somebody to come out and help you. But here's to you, here's to me. It's Friday evening. We will agree. Yeah, but I've got my camping rocking chair. I've already got it set up out there. So I'll go sit out there in a minute for about an hour, and I'll do my thinking, you know, because if I take my pad out, my little scratch pad, and a pen, make a friend of paper and pen, and when I'm sitting outside, if I think of something that I need to do or forgot or whatever, then write it down and get it done, and it really helps keep organized. So I'm kind of glad that the glass man isn't coming by today. Why? Because he would have been late. He wouldn't have gotten here till about 6:30 or 7. And that's getting close to me kind of shutting her down. So I'm glad he's going to come in the morning, which reminds me I better make a note. Lance at 9:30 tomorrow. Lance at 9:30 a.m. glass. Yeah, because, you know, I'm remembering it right now, but you let a few hours go by and poof, it's gone. But you know, how will I go out to Capitan? Probably I'm going to, you know, it's a long way around, but I'll probably go through Iran, Texas, and stay in that little city park one night, and then maybe go up to Denver City to Yoakum County Park, and then on over to Capitan. I could drive it in one day. It's about a 10-hour drive. Do I want to do that? No, no, no. Not now, I don't know. I'm not in a hurry, man. In fact, I may dawdle around if I find something someplace else. I may hang around somewhere else for a few days. I hadn't even thought about the route yet. If there was something along the way interesting, I'd probably go there, because that's what the whole thing's about, is just the adventure of traveling and seeing different things, meeting different people and all that stuff. I've already reloaded with bananas, and I've got some canned goods and stuff. Yeah, I'm good. I mean, I'm good on the food end, and I always like to have, you know, even though I'm not going out in the middle of the desert where there's no grocery stores and stuff, I just like to have some of the things that I'm familiar with and enjoy to start the trip off. So, because when I get into some of these areas, they don't have anything, you know, that I'm used to, or not much. So, having said that, what else? Yeah, choices. Whenever you have a variety of options, of course, always one is do nothing. That's the simplest thing, and that's what most people choose. They look at all their options and say, ah, hell, I won't do anything, and they don't. But me, and I've actually done the nothing option before, and I'll probably do it several times in the future. But the option I'm looking at right now is to go to New Mexico for 3 or 4 months. Fortunately, I talked to a lady at the post office here in Kingsland, Texas, and she's going to be nice enough to, I can call her on the phone, give her an address of the post office general delivery, and she'll send it there directly, including all packages, if any, which is great. She's a real nice girl. And anyway, thumbs up to you. She knows who she is. And yeah, so that takes care of that issue, which is not a biggie. I don't need to have the mail forwarded maybe once a month, so that's the way that works. So it's not a concern. And there's in Capitan, they will accept general delivery. Thumbs up to that. Some post offices don't. In Flagstaff, Arizona, for example, there's only one. They've got like 4 post offices in the city around different locations, and there's only one that accepts general delivery. Yep. And they only get it one day. You got to pick it up one day a week at certain hours. Yeah, so sometimes it can be a little difficult. And I could use the forwarding services and stuff, but again, it's not an issue, and I don't want to pay $100 a year for $2 worth of crap. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, but the plan right now, and I'll get to it. I'm getting to the plan, guys. Old Rusty's getting there. Here's to me. Here's to you. Have a drink. Have a drink. Have a drink. Have a drink on me. Anyway, here's to me. Whenever I get in these traveling modes like this, I feel excited, and I think that's good for me because, sitting in a recliner, for me, now for other people, it works perfectly for them to do those things. Me, I've chosen another path. In fact, there's a poem about that. Came to a fork in the road and chose the path least traveled, and that has made all the difference. What it has for me. So back to my plan. I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting to the plan. 3 or 4 months a year in New Mexico, which I'll just be starting now. Come back to Texas, and I've already got reservations for September the 17th through the 30th at Inks Lake State Park. That's already paid for. Can I change that? Sure, it cost me $10. And then I've got another 2 weeks reserved at the Corps of Engineers Park at Canyon Lake, Texas. It's called Crane's Meal for 2 weeks, and so that puts me into the middle of October. And during that month, right there, I will either continue to make reservations at different state parks or places like that, or option 2, they've opened like 3 or 4 new RV parks in the area of Buchanan Dam and Kingsland. Believe it or not, they got 4 new RV parks. And what I'm hoping is that we get into a situation where we have an overbuild, which we may not, but we could, and they start competing, monthly rent and stuff. But some of them, one of them I found was like, I don't know how I came up with this. It's $91 a week, $91.15. I think. I don't know where they came up with that crap. But yeah, that's $360 a month, including everything. So that's pretty reasonable. And anything 400 under, right around $400 a month, including your utilities, is pretty nice. And that's pretty much the average in Texas right now. Maybe a little higher in some places, lower in others. You get down around the valley, they have a Lake Zapata, Falcon Lakes. Zapata, Texas has an RV park. It's a pretty nice place, and it's like $220 a month. And if you get the larger site with some extra stuff, it's $240. And so yeah, that's pretty reasonable. And I'm not sure if that includes electricity or not. It may not. But so once I get back, I'll be doing a blend of state parks, Corps of Engineers, RV parks, whatever works. And of course then in January, February, I'll probably do the same thing I've done before. Go to Falcon Lake and stay a month or 2 until it kind of warms up in this area, and then come back to this area for March and April. So I don't want to miss the hailstorms. You understand? I don't want to miss the hailstorms. So I want to be here for that, and then head back out to New Mexico or wherever, you know, as long as I can or I feel like doing it. And can any of this change? Sure. I mean, I can find an RV park somewhere that I really think is a good spot, or I might find some property somewhere. Am I beyond that? No, I'm not even close to being beyond that. You know, because you're not going to lose any money on real estate. You know, these 2 lots that I bought that I was going to build a cabin on, hell, I mean, I can triple my money right now. Triple, you understand? Jesus Christ, guys. You know, I can make more money buying and selling real estate than I make on YouTube and Amazon and Social Security combined. You know, and you know, but that's by design. That's not by accident. You know, you got to pick, you know, real estate. It's location, location, location. You got it. But having said that, so the plan right now is just, you know, to keep the, you know, it's kind of keep the adventure going. You know what I mean? Enjoy your life. You know, yeah. Prost. Der Trixa. Yeah, but I've got the Class C honed down now after 5 months, believe it or not. See how time flies? I remember when I ordered it. I remember when I ordered the Casita. You know, in 2017, I was going camping in a Toyota Prius for months at a time. Sheesh. You know, and I was living in a 26-foot Jayco J-Flight under the cover and stuff over at my Kingsland home base. Yeah. And do things change? Yep, they sure do. You know, do I like change? I guess. I better. Or I got a real problem. I always, you know, when they first started using the word issue instead of problems, that was always a question mark in my mind. You got an issue or you got a problem? You know, but anyway, we now have issues. When I grew up, you had problems. But anyway, that's where that goes. But having said that, guys, I got to put my pizza up so I can go outside and sit down and have a beer and watch sunset. And I want you guys to enjoy your evening, but I wanted to give you a heads up on that. And those of you that have comments and think you know better what I should do than me, fine, leave them if you choose to, because maybe you got something, you know. But if you don't, I'll tell you. I mean, no kidding. But having said that, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your day. Thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Carpe diem means seize the day in Latin, and you're in charge of it. And buy anything you want anytime, but if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all my videos. Why? Doesn't cost you a penny. Click on the link, go to Amazon. Amazon takes care of me. And with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, adios, hasta luego, vaya con Dios, stand guard at the door of your mind, don't watch the news and all that stuff. Enjoy your weekend, man. Enjoy your life. You know, I'm going to go sit out right now and I'm going to think about this plan I've come up with and kind of see it in my mind, so to speak. And kind of think about what I may need to improve or, you know, change or modify. And sometimes I don't come up with anything, and then sometimes I come back in the RV with a list. So it just goes day by day. It depends on how much beer I drink, I think. But anyway, guys, adios. Bye-bye.